Yeah,
if you didn't fuck Macaulay Culkin, I mean, come on.
I mean,
Home Alone kid.
being a closet pedophile is basically the same thing as being a closet gay. It doesn't come out until something happens.
Okay. Well, that's a great way to start Tower of Bibble on my end here.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
it'd be nice to have like a countdown, dude.
Well,
I'm gonna
I
double
mean,
check before I add stuff into my videos.
55, 54, apple, banana, orange, your mom.
Just
I got
fucking
one
this
more.
podcast early. Like that
22, 47, go,
train car.
Who does it?
record, now, or else.
I'm already recording.
We're all recording.
Good.
Hello guys, this is Tower Bibble, and today we're gonna be.
Hello everyone, this is NekoVenture, here with another, back at it with another Amori video on console.
After last episode, when Sanic did that thing,
I don't think you're caught up on the lore of Tower of Bibble.
yeah, I don't.
And again, neither am I, because I'm not the lore keeper. Corey,
I'm not.
what happened last episode?
Yeah,
Last time on Dragon Ball Z. Oh wait, that's the wrong show.
Yeah, no, this is the wrong show, you dumb, stupid idiot.
I like Dragon Ball Z.
Last time on Tower of Bibble, we introduced a new character.
Z? This is Tower of Bibble Z.
Well, no, it's the first season, so it's kind of like, you know, Dragon Ball.
This is Tower of Bibble Z. Okay, we're starting the first season with the Z, and then next season we're gonna change it to Z-Kai, and then we're gonna make it fucking regular.
If anything, this is a Tower
Wait, there's
Bibble
not going to be a regular?
No, the third season's the regular one.
Oh, the regular's coming after?
Yeah, regular's coming after Z-Kai.
Like, also
Okay.
how, but mostly why.
Okay.
Okay.
So I might actually have my
Alright,
order wrong.
continue your incessant reminding us of the lore of what happened last episode.
Okay, so last time we discussed, we actually discussed a lot. So I don't remember what exactly, but I'm sure it was something along the lines of meaning of life, truth, justice, and the American way. Everything Superman covered back in like 1940 something.
Super boring stuff.
So
How
so it's just
in that one
pretty
comic
much
made Superman
reiterating
gay.
something that had happened.
So
Okay.
Wait, did you guys not know about the comic that literally
Moving
had-
on. Hey,
had-
Neko.
Do you guys not
what's
remember
up?
the Superman comic that literally had
What is your,
part of it?
what is
had
your
Superman
topic?
be gay?
okay, I couldn't hear you because Sanic over here was being a bitch. So
No, shut
Repeat
the
that?
fuck up. You're a bitch. You're
so
literally.
what was
you're
your
literally
topic?
music and video games.
epic.
Get into it. What would you say about that, sir? It's your topic, so you take the floor.
All right, cool.
The
So
lightning.
one of my questions for y'all, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you believe that music alone is able to make a game good?
Yes.
Not alone, but it's definitely a huge factor.
Right.
Okay. If the music can complement the gameplay well enough, or have, be what can save the gameplay, then yes.
All right.
Like let's take like DDR for example. It's just you're just mashing, you're just hitting arrows at the right time. It's just a timing game. But the fact that there's music there and the arrows come to the beat of the music makes it fun.
It's a game about music. I mean, it's not like background
Yeah.
music for a game.
Yeah.
I have no idea what game that is. Never heard of it in my life.
Dance Dance Revolution. Maybe you've heard of its predecessor, Friday Night Funkin'.
So
Yeah.
I'm not sure. but
Predecessor?
I'm just gonna say you're wrong.
The
You're
predecessor
wrong.
to DDR, aka Dance Dance Revolution, is Friday Night Funkin'.
Well, so like
At-
for
at
It's
example,
not the
least
predecessor.
It's
It's
predecessor.
it's not the
Or
DDR
descendant.
is the predecessor. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
also like Ace Combat Assault Horizon. Not a good game by Ace Combat standards. Kind of on rails. Kind of Call of Duty level stupid. But at the soundtrack was incredible, and so it makes it fun to play just because it feels epic, even though the gameplay itself and the mechanics are much more lowbrow than the rest of the series.
Well
Alright.
said.
Which is
It's gonna be silent the whole
Assault
time.
Horizon.
It's gonna be silent the whole.
No, you're not allowed to be
You're gonna be
silent the
silent.
entire time. You have to speak. Speak your piece now or forever die.
Speak now or forever hold your penis.
No, it's speak now or forever die. Okay, there is no peace in this. In the Tower of Bibble, there is no peace. There is only death.
There is no Dana, only Zool.
Forever
What?
hold your Reese's Pieces.
Are you?
All right, for
You're the
legal reasons, I have
keymaster.
to, for legal reasons, I have to mention that the Tower of Bibble is filled with nothing but death is a joke.
Yes.
Oh,
For
true.
legal
For,
reasons.
for legal reasons.
Okay. Glad you
And
put it
it's
on
just
that
me
thing.
in the back with a shotgun.
Oh, should I put this away? Oh, Neko. Hold on. What software do you use for drawing? I'm working on this little
God.
thing.
This is not the time to be trading art tips.
Hey, I need a question. I need a. Why not?
I
what?
use
Okay,
I
whatever.
use IBS Paint or IBIS Paint.
Okay. How do you rotate the screen? Is it? I think
You
it might be the same
rotate
for
the
this software.
screen.
Yeah. How do you do that?
This is a Tech Tips podcast now.
Okay, wait. You want to rotate the like on your computer or on like a
Yeah.
tablet?
I'm on.
Okay. Here's what you do. All right, you go into settings.
Okay. Setting.
Go
I'm in.
into system.
System. Where do I
Go
find
into
the system?
display, and then you should see display orientation. Just change it to fucking portrait.
Dude, I just found some. Thanks, man. It worked.
LTStore.com.
Anyways, we was talking about audio. or
Actually,
what?
wait. Quick question about that. What kind of sounding rod do you use for drawing on a tablet?
Oh my god.
What's up?
What kind of sounding rod do you use for drawing on a tablet?
What the heck is that thing?
I have no
Yeah.
idea.
What?
As far as I'm
Wait,
aware,
what?
I'm pretty sure Neko just uses his actual tablet for drawing.
Yeah, I just use an
you haven't-
iPad.
You haven't heard of a sounding rod? No.
No.
With the sounding rod.
Anyways,
That's next level drawing stuff. Just look it up.
let me try
I'm
this.
not gonna look it up. Simply because it's you.
Dude, you should be- Just kidding. Freaking heck. This is interesting. So check that.
But I am.
I'm gonna send a picture in the. Is this supposed to be audio podcast? I forget.
What's up?
Look at this. Is this
I
Neko?
have to drink this Coke.
Neko, look. Whoa.
Hmm.
Whose conversation? Who's supposed to be saying something? Come on. Who's the topic person right now?
Me.
It's Neko, but we're all supposed to
Okay.
be talking.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
All right.
He asked
so,
us a question.
Yeah.
Monologue, man.
Yeah, come on, man. You can do your drawing later. You can focus now. Unless, of course, you're
focus
doing
now.
some kind of like you're using their drawing as a background footage.
Okay. I'm drawing too. Like, isn't that right? People on my
Ooh.
channel that are not watching this right now because I am
Oh.
recording it so that way I can edit.
Corey, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Squad.
Let's be honest. Corey is old.
I am old, but Fairhurst is older.
You are a zoomer and a small pupper.
Oh, you
He just went to the Zoomer card. Beat him up for being a
That was a
boomer.
horrible idea.
Ah.
What'd you do? Like fucking fold yourself in half or some shit?
I drank an energy drink, but very slowly, while also inhaling it, and some of it went down the wrong pipe.
No, you never slowly drink an energy drink.
Vape the bubbles.
All right, there we go.
Do I need to walk all the way over there and punch you in the gut?
I'm good,
Okay.
but
just do it live from his. Do your side live from his.
But if I could just
You
start
both talk
recording
in the
myself
background.
walking, I just have my phone out. I start recording myself walking. I get to his room and I just fucking punch him in the gut, and
Hey,
then I
Neko,
proceed to
he
leave.
turns around. What? You just sock him right in the fucking.
That would be hilarious, but I'm not gonna do that because that would
Yeah.
take too long.
You know, if you boof energy drinks, it's impossible to accidentally inhale them. And
If you
that's a
what?
piece of safety. If you boof your energy drinks, you can't accidentally inhale them.
Wait, what does that mean?
The fuck you mean by boof?
Like drinking it backwards.
What?
Yeah, like into the dirt
Come on,
star.
Sonic. Don't you know this
What?
stuff?
You do a handstand, attach the funnel,
Oh my god.
have your battle
Don't you
buddy
just
apply
come
the
on?
monster.
You should just know this. Come on, like this is like common knowledge. Like, dude,
Yeah, have you not been to college? Like,
I might be in
Oh, come
college,
on.
but here's the thing. There's a difference between college and therefore academic intelligence, and then there's also a difference between street
Street knowledge.
intelligence. I do not
Yeah.
have a lot of street intelligence.
what?
I mean, I have some, but I don't have literally all the street intelligence in the world coming from the 1950s.
Look, dude, you need street intelligence. It's like Pokemon. You gotta catch them all.
Dude,
You can't just be
I'll
book smart.
literally stuff you into a tiny plastic ball if you don't shut the fuck up.
How are you gonna do that?
Simple. I'm
Turn him
gonna
into a
grab the
flea.
ball, I'm gonna throw it at his head, and it's just gonna stuff him in it.
I don't
A flea in a
understand how
box.
that works. Like,
That's
Come on,
how it
dude,
works.
come
It's
on,
how
you-
it works in the
you know
movies.
when you boof your head on the shelf, like that's you don't know like. Come on, it's simple. Like you boof your head.
We are literally getting way too off topic right now.
Let's go
your
back.
head
This
in
is
the-
getting off
Let's
topic.
circle back.
A hand
Circle back.
of video game music.
I think it's funny that you were just like interrupting Neko, and then you're just like, okay, we're getting way too off topic. Dude, you've been making us go off topic the whole time.
And your point?
Okay.
Your point? What?
I mean, I don't mind
Oh,
having
be
a
hypocritical, you
5-hour
know.
video.
I can be hypocritical if
say?
I want. I'm allowed.
Okay. So,
Cool.
what's the question? Like,
Okay, so
yeah. Okay. Do you believe that music alone is able to make a video game good?
Depends on
I'd
the
say
game.
so. Fucking Doom.
I
Holy crap, Doom 2016, dude.
dude, that was something
That-
else.
Yeah.
But see, that game,
Stuff.
it was already good. It just the music made it great. And I think like you have to start with at least a passable game, and that like music is definitely one of the foundational pillars of game design that makes it a good finished product. But you can't just put a good soundtrack on a shit game and have people enjoy it.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, Sonic 06, pretty good soundtrack, shit game.
Yeah, but the game was still pretty shit in the public's eyes.
Yeah, like,
It
it
was
doesn't make
shit
you
in the
enjoy it.
public's eyes, but later, like as people were like started playing it, you know, ironically, people realized that the music was really good.
Because we got YouTube now, you can just listen to the soundtrack without putting yourself through the game,
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, fair
So-
enough.
and it's free.
Dude,
Have
I
you seen the
never
behind the
played-
scenes for the Doom soundtrack though?
Well, okay, hold on. I'm gonna stop you right there. The whole YouTube music being free, it's not free because Nintendo took down all that one channel that had like all the soundtracks.
What?
Nintendo.
You're still
Really?
It's just not on that channel.
Yeah,
look, Nintendo-
but the music is no longer there now. If you want to listen to any Nintendo music, you better hope that you still have your Game Boy Color.
Dude, Nintendo is like, how do I say it? They're playing Monopoly in real life, dude.
Yeah.
You step on one of their spaces, and they're just like, no,
Give us
nah,
money.
you're done.
Wallet. Yeah.
I'm a BRB.
Fuck money.
Give me
Now,
your entire wallet. Give me all of
Money.
those stock market assets.
Put it in my pocket, man. Come on. Like,
Mm.
imagine this, dude. You meet that guy, Bowser, and then he doesn't like you, and he stuffs you in like Pokeball and saves you for later, like you know? Like, imagine that, dude. That'd be scary.
Yeah.
Freaking imagine being named Bowser, dude. What the flip kind of a name?
Can you imagine, like, if
Dude,
Mario
dude,
worked it so
hold on,
as
I
hard
gotta-
on
I
the
gotta
music as
remember.
fucking...
What?
Imagine, like, they worked as hard as Doom did on their music, and it's just like, you have a Doom Bowser fight. Like a
Yo.
Bowser fight with the Doom theme.
Dude, I'd
Just
freaking
like
love.
da 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 da. You know what I
I
mean?
wish Mario was more gory. You know, like a lot more crazy.
Mario
I
Gritty
don't know.
reboot.
Wasn't there a guy named like Gay Bowser?
Yeah,
I think
see, that's
so.
what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Like, wait, what? Did you say Dave Bowser? Yeah, that guy. He
No, not Dave. Gay.
Yeah.
We had a
Gay.
NCO in our unit that we used to call Gay Bowser.
I think
For
you
multiple
mean
There's
reasons.
one person in the U.S. named Gay Bowser.
Hold on.
Gabe.
I have heard of that
Dude.
actually.
Gabe Newell.
Let me see.
Do not speak ill of Gabe and Heretic.
There's people named Gay. There's 20,210 people named Gay. Gay. And there are
Trying to come up with a buzz or something. I don't really understand why you talk about that
570
so
with
much.
the last name Bowser. But there is only one person in the U.S. named Gay Bowser.
That's his name?
That's
How do you
straight up
search
his name.
I sent
even
it
know
to the
that?
potential topics because I thought I was in general, but
Dude.
There's literally a person named
God!
Gay Bowser.
not anymore.
Okay. All right. Wait, so hold on.
It
Who?
was.
No,
Wait, who?
He's actually he
Fast.
came back.
Bro, flipping stop.
He
Let's-
respawned?
Motherfucker can't
This
die.
is just.
This is sad, dude. Holy cow. Every few seconds, it's just white space. It's just like, oh.
There
What's
was a
funny?
friend of mine in my unit that looked exactly like Koopa Troopa, but then he gained a bunch of weight. Now he looks like a Goomba.
Wow.
Damn.
That is accurate. I know who you're talking about, and that is
Yep.
accurate.
Yeah, dude.
Oh. And then someone edits his face, and now he looks like.
I remember that guy.
That's so cool, dude.
I wish I
There's
could
some
show
guy
you
named-
guys. It's hilarious.
But I
Some
assure you,
guy named
Gay
Gay Bowser.
Bowser is back.
Holy cow.
Damn.
He's still alive.
How old they are?
I don't know. It doesn't tell me their age.
Are they gay?
I don't know.
I mean, it makes
That'd be
it
ironic.
would logically it would make sense, but I don't have the capacity to know unless you could provide that information.
Behold,
I
his
mean, I
wisdom.
can't supply that some information because I don't know where he is. He's in the U.S. There are over 300 million people in the U.S. You expect me to find one guy out of the 330
Well,
million
Seems like
people
you
in the
know. I
U.S.
mean, you know his name. Like,
to
how
find
do
the
you-
one guy named Gay
Or make a
Bowser?
census.
I mean, what does it matter? You can't
Go
kill
door
him.
to door, make a
He's back.
census.
Yeah, like if you
No, that's not going to
Right.
happen because there are people with no soliciting signs, and I
do you-
technically
how do you know about
soliciting.
this
I'm going
person?
door to door.
How did you hear about this individual?
Simple, a meme, and then I went and looked for it.
Did you say a meme?
Yes, it's both a meme that there is a guy named Gay Bowser,
You're telling me
but he's also probably
you're
real.
presenting this information from a meme. Your source is a meme.
Yes.
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
I guess
Look,
we're
when you're
moving
making
on.
a point, that's something that you don't
That's-
say.
Wow, bro. Tell you, if I had high five
Good
you right.
argument there, Corey. Why don't you back it up with a source?
What's this?
My source is I made it the fuck up.
Well, then, therefore, your point's also not valid according to your rules.
Bro, dude.
I've won, but at
five.
what cost?
The rules
Whoa,
based on
actually,
Confucianism and
that-
Epicureanisms.
Dang, dude. That's kind of cool. 20,000. That's a wow. Now that I'm seeing these images, I guess now I'm wow.
What?
Now then, Neko, what's your next question?
All right. You know, I only thought of that first one, so give me a second here.
Well, if you don't have a second question, Corey, don't you have something dealing with music?
Yeah, but his is more.
Yes, I do.
His is more music.
Yes, I
music,
do.
So yeah, we'll do it. Since we have 5
Hey,
topics, I might as well
yes,
you
just...
can
more.
you can think of another question while we do this.
We have 5 topics, so
I
might as
don't
well
care.
Heck yeah.
just move on to freaking Coco over
Wait,
here.
wait. We have 5 topics. Who's? Wait, hold on.
Music and video games, which is mine. Music, which is,
There's
Corey's.
5 people. Each of us has a topic, dude.
School stories, which is
Oh,
Come on,
okay,
Sam.
so Pudis's topic is the 2035 thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yours is narration in video games because apparently that's what you wanted.
Hey, I just was like,
Alright.
I was thinking, and then the Stanley Parable narrator came into
Damn.
my head. Okay, he busted down
Rad.
the door to my mind and was like, talk about the narration in video games.
You know what? Fair enough.
No. Ooh.
We've already established that the narrator from Stanley Parable is a fucking reality bender, dude.
Dude, that's so cool. He's amazing.
He's he is possibly multiversal level. Actually, let's just chalk it up to reality bending. Actually, you know what? That's pretty close to
Let's just chalk it up to existence bending.
Let's just
fully
talk-
omniscient.
Yeah.
Let's just call him a god. I mean, I don't really.
Nah. Let's chalk it up to omniscient plus.
Omniscient
Alpha
plus.
and Omega.
Just straight up, this guy is 100% God.
No. He is over 100% God. He
100%.
is 102% God.
Dude, 102. What the flip?
Actually, that's pretty close to 103% God. Let's just do 103.
You know,
Then at
that's
that point,
pretty
you might as
close
well
to
just round up to around 5.
112% God. Let's just bump it up to that.
We might as well, just like win. Like tell him.
Yeah, we might as well just chalk it up to he wins against every situation.
I don't know if the system can hold
contest.
these kind of god numbers. She's gonna blow,
the
Captain.
system can process this.
Aight. But
And Neko's like barely computer level.
Yeah.
Actually, that's pretty close to keyboard level. Let's just chalk it down to that. Actually, no, that keyboard level is actually pretty close to mouse level.
Dude, if Rabbit was on, like, I don't know what we do. Like, he'd be like, "What the flip? What?
yeah,
What is
that
going
sounds
on?"
about right.
All right, let's continue. Corey, what is it that your topic is?
All right, so my topic is music.
Okay, but what
Just
about
music in
music?
general.
But what about
All right,
music
so
in general?
What about the
Well,
music?
shut the fuck up and I'll tell you.
You can only tell me in a McDonald's voice.
Okay, one second. Everyone on my end, please turn down your volume.
That
I'll
goes from
probably
my
put
end as well.
a thing up.
That goes from my end as well.
Turn down our microphone volume? What do you mean?
You'll have to find out.
Okay. Oh no.
Topic.
Oh shoot.
Wait, what was
Ah,
this
it's
about?
music.
Hot topic?
Oh no.
Topic.
Out a spoon.
It just makes it sound so far away. Is
Guys, I need to make sure that we have a good topic.
that what he said?
I don't think so.
All right, Corey. You've done your McDonald's bit. You can now go
Whoa.
back to normal.
Whoa. Okay, apparently it wasn't picking it up because it was just so freaking
Yeah.
high.
Yeah. all we heard was like freaking
Topic. I just heard topic.
Well, yeah, I just heard
Topic.
the sound of like you drowning and then topic.
No. I was like, I said, "Welcome to McDonald's, man. Have your topic."
Oh.
Oh no.
It sounded a lot funnier in my head.
It would have been funnier. if it came out.
Still funny.
Some music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
okay,
still-
so-
yeah.
Music. Yeah, music. We all love it, right? So if
Oh.
you could play any instrument, like fucking master, like shred on this instrument, what would it be? I would say it's close to guitar, but I would say it would be the piano because you can do a lot with a keyboard. You can play a lot of synthetic
Yes.
stuff.
Opened piano freaking cool, dude. Like, imagine you can hook it up to like your Mac or your computer that has a good. Okay, I just outed myself. I have a sad Mac, but you can hook it up to like GarageBand or some software that MIDI, all these cool things. Flipping, that stuff is amazing, bro. Like, think it's like you can use synthesizers on like your keyboard. It's the coolest flipping thing ever, dude. Piano for reals.
Also,
Like,
public pianos, like great way to pick up girls.
really?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
just sit down and start shredding some
yeah.
Mozart.
Do you have a story? You ever do that before?
No, I'm not that good. Honestly,
Oh,
if I could shred on any instrument, master level, my first choice would be women. Second choice would be probably the electric bagpipes because
What?
freedom.
Bro.
The bagpipes.
The electric bagpipes.
Yo.
Yeah.
Dang.
Hook up an
son.
amp.
Okay. I'm sure
Just
you
like-
guys.
What would you master? I'd master the hurdy-gurdy.
Heck is that, dude? Freaking-
I'm sure you guys already know my
Okay,
answer.
so basically you rotate this handle at the bottom and it plays the instrument for you.
That's
And
a
like
house,
you
that's
put
a-
your it's a gross understatement of the actual thing, but then you also have the theremin. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Those are cool. I actually like
Yeah. The instrument that you play by not touching it. That thing is awesome. It's a beast.
those. Yeah. It's like an inductive electronic thing.
Oh, like the lightning thingy. It's like that thing.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, I love the pew 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 thing. That thing's so cool. Anyways, what? So like, imagine a guitar, okay, and like, it like, who's supposed what? I lost my train of thought.
Great job. You lost your train of thought.
Train of thought is steaming to Auschwitz.
What is your
maximum
favorite
speed.
instrument, buddy?
Me? Accordion.
Yeah.
Accordions are hilarious.
Oh yeah.
How so?
Have you
Weird
heard
Al Yankovic
accordion?
plays one.
Have you never seen an accordion? Have you never like heard what an accordion sounds like?
It's
I
up
don't
there with
know
the tuba
how
for
to-
like meme
no idea.
instruments.
No. The tuba is not the greatest meme instrument. It is the accordion. No, actually, wait, no. That's wrong. The greatest meme instrument is the automaton,
Automaton.
automaton, or something like that.
Automaton, I
Oh,
think.
the automaton, yeah.
Those freaking.
So basically, it's shaped like a musical note.
Really? What the heck?
Yes,
Yeah, here.
it's shaped like a. Hold on, I'll see if I can
It
find.
kind of
Oh,
looks like a tadpole or
You
like a
keep going on
sperm.
about your tangent.
But yeah, basically it has a face as well, where fuck, I can't remember what any of the parts of the of fucking music notes are anymore. Thank you, 8th grade fucking music.
What
I learned nothing.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that thing. That thing's awesome, dude. Good.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Love that stuff.
I think this is number 1 on the list, and then accordion's number 2 in terms of
Dang,
like
dude.
memeability. Like the piano is number like 10.
What for you? What are you talking about?
You can do
No
JoJo
way.
music on it, like freaking Golden Wind.
Yeah,
and
but
all
you
that.
could do JoJo music on anything.
Yeah, but it sounds best on piano.
No. It might sound the best, or it might be able to be made out the best on a piano, but that doesn't mean that it's better at memeing. Doesn't
Yeah,
make
fair
it
enough.
very good memeability.
What about the triangle? Because like
The,
everybody's
the
actually playing
triangle
this-
has like a no use other than to just be loud and annoying. So
Exactly.
basically, it's number 3.
What you do is you run up to the front of the orchestra, rip your shirt open, go triangle solo, and then just start beating the shit out of that triangle to no rhythm.
What the? Who?
Like
What?
you're sticking a fork in the garbage disposal. Just
Dude,
ding, ding,
Matt,
ding,
you're
ding, ding.
so good at the triangle.
Alright.
Like,
What do you guys think about
Dude.
musical spoons?
musical schools.
No,
Spoons.
spoons.
It's
Oh.
kind of
Musical
lazy, but kind of,
spoons.
it's kind of
I don't-
inventive, I guess.
Have any? Nope. None.
I think they're
Guys
hilarious.
Won't have none.
What is that?
What is what?
Well, it's like when the guitarist asks for a tuning fork and you hand him a tuning spoon, and he goes, "What the fuck is this?"
Musical spoons are just 2 spoons basically taped together.
Yeah.
at like the very end, and you just kind of they're for like what is known as ham boning or whatever it's fucking called from like regular show. You have
It's
two
for-
spoons.
It's for people who
Hmm.
lack the skill to play the triangle. So it's
Oh
like
my god.
it's like a beginner
You
triangle.
don't have to
Nope.
have skill to play the triangle. That's the worst part. You just have to have
Oh.
skill to realize your timing. And even then, that's not really a skill. You're pretty much told.
The spoons, you just rattle them against each other like a speed bag, and it makes a lot of
I
noise.
fail to see the problem. It's great for people who masturbate.
But
I don't know how you would integrate those two activities, but I will try.
Well, simple. As far as I'm aware, you jerk your hand. So you
You
jerk
just-
your hand to play a spoon. You
Ah.
jerk your hand to play
I
your
see it.
dick.
It's like the shake
Whoa,
weight.
whoa, whoa,
builds
whoa,
the muscle bridge.
whoa.
Okay,
So on
there
that
is a
note-
game on Roblox just straight up called Stack Grinding Simulator. I need to see this thing.
Most of War Thunder. Here's a music question. How do you think Mozart would have adapted to music in like the 60s or 70s? Like, you think he would have been like a Jimi Hendrix type?
I could see him just doing jazz, honestly.
You
Yeah.
like jazz?
Like smooth jazz type thing. Not really.
True. Like, he was pretty rock star for his age. Like, he literally was playing for royalty as a kid, fucked his way across Europe, died of an STD at what, 32 or something.
What?
Like,
Did you really?
Wait, for
what?
real?
This is news to me. Dude. What?
yeah, that dude fucked. He was basically like he was like a
No way.
70s metal singer or 80s metal singer
You
in
know
the Middle
that
Ages.
guy.
Yeah.
You know, you
Damn.
learn more about people if you broaden your horizons and start talking to different people.
Acute
It's
military
true.
fever is what killed him. I don't know.
It's cute.
I don't know what exactly it is.
Acute means that you get it. It's not chronological, which means that it wasn't a problem since like birth or something. So
Honestly.
yeah, it's like, you know how you catch the flu? The flu is an acute
Oh yeah.
disease.
I mean,
I see.
just like I don't know what it is in general though.
I mean,
Especially its
Yeah,
German
I don't know
name.
either.
So severe military fever or severe miliary fever basically just
Or-
means he was all rashy
Ah,
and had a fever.
damn! Imagine dying from a rash.
That would suck.
Oh my gosh, imagine that.
imagine just not being an epic gamer.
Yeah, like
But
imagine me not imagine me not think just die from a freaking rash, dude. What, does it have to be on your face or something? Give you some kind of a
You know, he would have lived if he was just an epic gamer.
he was just an epic game.
He should
He
have
was not-
he should have gotten good, man.
I know,
gotten
right?
good.
Gotten good, bro. Should have gotten good.
to give a quick
This
answer.
text-
To give a quick answer to the question, violin. There you go.
Violent.
Okay, why the
Violin.
violin? Why the violin? The violin is the most basic fucking instrument.
Bro,
Oh,
what?
that one's pretty cool.
It is the
Depends on
most
how you're playing.
basic instrument a person can play.
Well, are we
No.
talking violins or fiddles? Because it's the same thing, but it's a different kind of technique.
We're talking lutes.
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 Flute would be cool.
You know, those old timey guitars.
Yeah, like from King David's time. Just
Dang.
Yeah.
But
it's an Old Testament guitar.
one of the main reasons,
Well, you know
Um,
what? Non-specific excuse.
on top of the fact of it sounding good, it's also incredibly hard to play if you don't know what you're doing. So if you're a
Well,
master at it,
Anybody really know what they're doing when it comes to a fucking, you know, guitar, fucking violin?
yes, many people.
Yeah.
Lindsey Sterling,
No.
all
Bro.
Japanese kids.
Last night I saw this video where this guy was like playing his
Okay,
violin.
that joke was a little bit uncalled for.
I mean,
What?
yeah, it's true. I've known a
Let me
lot of
finish this-
Japanese kids. I've
let me
known
finish the
none that
story.
didn't play the violin. But
The
yeah,
violin, dude. Freaking last night I saw this video. These people playing the violin, freaking whack. Like it was, they could bounce the freaking the string. You can do all this. They played the song. It was dun 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 dun. It was like freaking crazy. It was so fast, like insane. Like,
You know what
dude,
else is crazy?
what's crazy? Me?
A lot of things.
You
Damn.
guys heard Kishibashi?
No.
He's a Japanese dude, plays a violin, but really good stuff. I listen to
I
that
mean,
all
don't
the time.
all Japanese people play violins?
I mean,
Dude, all Japanese people are so freaking good at what they do. Like,
Whoa,
It's
whoa.
bad.
It's not even that. It has to do with just like the straight up fact that their parents want to look good.
well, true. But I
Really?
mean, think about it. Like, people tried to conquer China for s- thousands of years. The Mongols, everybody. Japan just like walked in and took it in like what, a month. They're like, okay, we take China now, and just womp, it's ours.
Damn.
And the
Oh,
CIA was
good.
over there, and we still couldn't stop them. Crazy.
We had the CIA in the invasion of China.
Oh yeah,
Didn't even
Flying
know that.
Tigers. We had like a whole airline set up. It was like a fake airline to move supplies and stuff in the like China-Burma theater in World War II. That's probably a big part of why Pearl Harbor got hit, because we'd been messing with the Japanese for like at least 5 years, and you know,
God dang.
because they're
Yeah, we had a
like,
trade embargo with them because we didn't like them.
yeah, but they were absolutely wrecking the Chinese, and then suddenly these P-40s show up and start shooting down Zeros, and they're like, that's an American plane. And obviously China had been buying a lot of American planes, but these are American planes with American pilots in them. You know, it's like we're kind of soft in the war already, but I don't know. I have to wonder if we hadn't done that, if they would have taken China and left us alone, or what.
Dang.
I mean, it's kind of hard to say because the
Ooh.
thing is, the main goal, at least as far as I'm aware, is to just not let someone take over the world.
Man,
yeah,
you
but
make
think about it, like,
you make really nice lines.
yeah.
Oh, thanks,
But
bro.
think about it. We protected China, and then as soon as the war finished, they went communist and sided with the USSR. So like, if we just let them fall, and then because Japan wouldn't have sided with the USSR. I mean, Japanese and Russians don't like each other, going way back.
Man, I should have
Way
listened in
back to
history
when?
class.
I mean, history class has nothing to do with this, man.
Just what?
This is just one of Corey's friends. I mean, all just about as far as I'm aware, most of Corey's friends, or at least his age, are
What?
What?
I'm not that old.
all of Corey's friends that are his age are history nerds.
Heck yeah.
We did live.
I'm a history nerd.
To be fair,
Years older than this guy.
I'm a history nerd, but I think
Look,
I'm like
fam.
3 years younger. So what's that make
I
me then?
mean, it makes you a baby-faced piece of not history nerd.
Now here's an
Hmm.
interesting side point. Do you think if we had so my theory is, if we had sided with Germany against France in World War One, then the Nazis wouldn't have happened, and we wouldn't have fought Vietnam either, because the French would have been wrecked already and wouldn't have pulled us into Vietnam. And then if we had not fought World War II in Europe, then Japan probably still would have taken China. But if we had let them do that, then the Cold War would have been just Russia and friends, not Russia and China. So we probably wouldn't have fought Korea either.
Hmm.
Because Korea was
I mean, to be fair, either way, the world still would have been fucked.
but it could have been Japan and USSR would have had the Cold War, and we could have just done our thing over here.
I'm a BRB.
That would have been ideal.
And we could have dunked on the French, which was always nice.
Nice,
Why
dude.
why do you want to dunk on the French?
'Cause they're assholes, and they started Vietnam, and then
I
dipped.
heard somewhere that like something about the French people, they would cut off the the ring finger and the middle finger of the bowmen or whatever, like 'cause so they couldn't use bows anymore, and like the middle finger expression for the people that hate the French or whatever, they just put those two fingers up or whatever if they still had them. I don't know. I heard something like that. Do you know anything about
Okay.
that?
I do. So this is a very old Facebook copy pasta that was probably like a Reader's Digest joke before Facebook. It's pretty much the oldest gag in the book. The middle finger thing looks like a phallus, and that's the reason people use it. It's the same as the up thumbs up sign, or the upward raised fist or whatever in certain countries. It's literally just sign language for fucking someone.
Really? What the heck?
Yeah. But people have
Yeah,
been
the
passing
reason
that
why it's
around.
considered
people's grandmas.
offensive here in the U.S. is because it makes your hand look like a penis.
Yes.
What? Well,
Crickets.
you should like stop. Okay.
I think Gib is just like he has his middle finger up and he's looking at it and he's trying to figure out how it looks like a penis.
So like I'm like grew up in like happy.
Mom enters the room.
house.
Hey, mom.
Yeah,
what?
see?
What does this look like? A dick?
Mom, mom, what is it? What is it? What is this?
Like Dad's penis.
Okay. Anyways, who has the next topic? Unless
Well, I'm still going.
okay, you get going, bro.
Yeah.
So, okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. We were getting very off topic, but so if you were to, let's say, who is your favorite musician? Like, not who's your favorite band or whatever. Like your favorite one person. They write good songs.
Hmm.
Can you send that in the chat? Because I kind of want to look them up.
Alright.
Oh yeah.
a one person gig,
Yeah.
dude. Anything? My
Oh,
top
wait.
notch
You want us
one-
to just send it into the chat, or do you want us to actually say it?
I'll say because
Actually say it.
actually
Like
Adam
you're
Young.
talking, buddy.
Adam Young's cool.
Rick
You know Adam Young.
Astley.
I'll put it in general.
How dare you? Freaking heck. Adam Young is so cool, dude. Like his album Voyager, you know that?
I do like Adam Young.
Nope.
Let me
It sounds
I have
familiar.
no clue
Owl
who
City.
any of these guys are. There's
come on,
only
Adam
Rick
Young
Astley. He is
made
the only
Owl
musician
City.
we ever need.
There's a point where that's not funny anymore, man. Just kidding.
I-
Rick
I'm
Ashley. No,
not-
for real,
I'm
he's
not-
way cool. Like,
I'm just being serious.
I
freaking,
mean,
oh my heck, dude, that Rick Roll thing. Like all my friends, okay, all my friends in school, that's all they do. Freaking Rick Roll you all the freaking time, and it's like, oh my gosh,
yeah,
stop.
I feel your
Rick
pain.
Ashley. What?
I feel your pain.
Freaking, you feel my pain, bro? Golly, yeah. Well, like, 21 Pilots. Have I talked about 21 Pilots, dude? They're freaking, for me at least, they're a freaking bomb, dude. And they're a duo, so it doesn't really count. But that's my go-to on music. I don't know any solo people. Like what?
If we're doing bands, favorite band would be Gunship. Definitely. No
Gunship.
competition. Also in general.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you guys to send all these in the chat because I kind of want to listen to them.
Oh, I see.
All right.
I see. Let me go. Open Chrome.
80s style.
You want us? You want us to send the music? Okay.
Here comes Rickroll.
You better not.
Let me just go to YouTube real quick.
You better not, dude.
At this point, everybody knows what the Rickroll URL looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like without clicking on it.
That's so cool, actually. Like,
That's,
Okay, no.
that's the playlist.
There is actually. Didn't he release a new one? He released
And
a
there it is.
2021,
It was a
if I recall
commercial.
correctly.
It was a commercial.
Oh,
But
this, okay?
Then
Freaking the bomb, dude. This is like super mega pop.
I don't think
But,
you guys realize just how cool the Rickroll is. I don't think you appreciate it enough.
I don't think you realize how annoying it gets. Like,
I don't think you realize just how good of a song it is. I just don't think you realize.
I don't think you realize how music is supposed to be. Like,
Yeah, music is supposed to be fun for the listener, and it's
I
fun
don't think you realize
for the
that.
listener.
I don't think you realize.
I don't think you seem to realize that your opinion is wrong.
I don't think you
the
think
rules.
You realize.
So did I. Full commitment's what I'm dreaming of.
I don't think you
We'll get
realize
that for any
that.
other
Like,
guy.
I
You know
think
the
realize,
rules,
Sam,
and so
that
do
I'm never
I.
gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let this point die, and that you were just objectively wrong.
do you use iPhone?
No.
Okay, never mind. Well, who here uses iPhone?
Fuck
I mean,
no.
I have an iPad.
Heck yeah, dude.
I do.
For boomers.
Wait, what?
It's for boomers.
What?
I
Boomers?
do. I'm a boomer.
It's not really boomer stuff. I would say the argument between Apple, Android, Windows, Mac. It's like,
overdone,
I
dude.
have a Mac, I have a Windows computer, and the dumbest thing about it all is the fact that I can't the freaking file format situation. Like, oh my gosh, dude, It's annoying.
Right, but the reason I don't own a Mac is because they could very easily make all their stuff work with everybody else's stuff, but they
Yeah.
intentionally make it so you can't, so that you have to buy all their
What
stuff.
is their problem? Like, why on earth? Like, dude, imagine
Yeah.
this, okay? I have a 2015 Mac, and it's the freaking slowest piece of hunk of junk. Every single time I turn it on, you have to reset the RAM. Otherwise, they think that, if you have everything in the RAM and you turn it turns on fast, and you're back to where you started. But like, you just open it up and it's all cluttered again. Like it's freaking stupid.
Yeah.
I've been through the freaking ringer, dude. The back has fallen off of this one. It's like slow as crap. It's like, oh my gosh, bro. But then when the new Apple event happens and the new Mac comes out, that one's gonna be so cool, guys. That's gonna be awesome. Oh my gosh. I don't have a gun held up to my head at all. No way. This is gonna be so cool, dude. Get the new Mac. It's gonna be the best. Like,
I
Yeah,
love
no,
paying
when it comes to
$3,000 for
you're
a 1,000
constantly
computer.
having when you have iPhone or just like really any
you're
new
stuck.
phone,
You're
you gotta
stuck.
think, all right, how long is this gonna last before I either want to switch or this phone's gonna become irrelevant.
Well, and the
Yeah,
stupid
like,
thing is, if you look at the chips they're using or the components, they're putting like 3 or 4-year-old tech in their new stuff and putting an S on the end and charging you an extra $500 for that. And people are like,
Sucks.
"Oh, I gotta have it," and it's no, it's not better. But what they'll do is then they'll just slow down all the old phones with the software artificially to make it seem slower.
oh
So
my gosh.
Yep.
it's fucking stupid.
I have the iPhone SE first generation from 2016 because it has the audio jack, and
Yeah.
it overheats like freaking crazy, dude. I have to I've changed the battery like 5 times now. Like, what the heck, man?
It's because they're putting a
Ugh.
lot of load on it's not even the battery at that point. It's the actual like CPU and
Processor.
whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
The freaking-
processor.
It's called Apple Mac Silicon 4672. Okay, get it right, bro. Flipping. If you're not gonna talk
I
about it, then
don't
talk about
care
rocket science.
what Apple
Just-
wants
I
to
know.
what
I don't care
fancy
about either,
name
bro.
Apple wants to call their stupid product.
Freaking, I hate this thing. No, I'm just I have like hundreds of like devices. This is just the one I'm using right now, and holy crap, it's freaking it runs TikTok, but like for 5 seconds, and then it explodes.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Sounds right, freak. Who here would say they have an older phone than me? Like, anybody got old devices? Anybody go old stuff?
I got a Galaxy S10
Let's
Plus.
see.
I think
I
mine's-
do. I still have my Galaxy S7.
I forgot which
And it
one
still
mine
works.
is, but I just
It's
know it's a
just that-
Galaxy.
Mine's more like 3
I
years old.
think. I have a Samsung Galaxy Tab 3.
Hold on, I'm actually
Oh,
looking.
what's a big one? Oh Lord, he coming.
It is. Okay,
That was
Corey?
new back like 10 years ago, dude.
Galaxy A51.
keep going off on a branch. Let's finish all of the like. Well,
Let's continue on with Corey's topic here.
yeah.
Let's
Yep.
get some content.
Let's make
This is
content,
already
dude.
content.
Content.
Crazy content. The
Let's
thing is about Tower
go.
Bibble is that there is only chaos. There is no order here.
We need a like a Eric Andre "Be Right Back" sound on a soundboard.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Just for it to fall some madness.
Dude, I gotta get a soundboard.
Yeah.
Anybody know how to use soundboard? What's a good soundboard software? Oh,
Oh,
that's right. I can't even use one because I have a MacBook. Never mind.
Womp.
Slow as crap. Well, Corey, continue.
Oh, that is okay. So, 20 years from now, what do you think people are going to be listening to by and large?
Rap.
Rick Astley's never gonna give you up. It's never gonna die. Let's be honest here.
Never gonna die,
It's
dude.
never gonna
It's
die.
just all music is just a shit ton of remixes of Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up."
Yes.
Think about it. Like, there are only a set number of audio sounds you can make, and really they're just all the same song. Like, honestly, audio is just a form of energy, and it's all same thing, really.
I mean, yeah, but it's also arranged differently sometimes.
I have noticed one trend, like we've been getting more like elements from hip hop and EDM sort of merging into pop and like mainstream music over the
Yeah.
last decade or so.
Yeah.
And
It's mostly due to the popularity because hip hop is a version of rap and pop music blended, as far as I'm aware.
yeah.
But that's mostly due to the very high amount of rap that we have.
Of course.
going
But
on and
I
how
feel like it's going to
popular it
become.
is.
I feel like it's going to become even more mainstream to where there's less distinction between those different genres.
Yeah, probably. I can imagine that.
Same with country. Like that's been becoming a lot more pop than it used to be.
Country road, take me home.
To the place
I
I
belong.
belong,
West
West
Virginia,
Virginia,
Mountain
Mountain
Mama,
Mama.
take me
Take me
home.
Just
Country
Keep singing.
roads.
Okay, there's
I don't-
Neko. Now where's Sam? You're supposed to be singing with us. All right. You know what?
Never
Hold on.
keep.
Let's all start this over. All right, and a one, a
Roads, dig my
two, and a 1,
balls,
2, 3.
keep my ass
Almost
so long.
heaven,
Uh,
West Virginia.
I love how anytime a question gets asked, like 2 seconds later, we're already on a different tangent.
what the fuck?
I think
Oh
that's
my
the
God.
problem, though. It's
Oh
funny.
yeah, we're all gonna be listening to Country Roads in 20 years. It's not
Yeah,
that
prove
hard, you
that-
know.
yeah, exactly. In 20 years, people are just going to be singing country roads and never going to give you up.
Why do I feel like that's
That's
true?
it.
You know what? We will find out in 20 years, and if I somehow predict it, I'm going to laugh.
I
Dang,
hear your
dude.
mother in the morning hour, she calls me. The smell of fish reminds me of her hole far away. Plowing down this hole, I get a feeling that I
I
should
love
have fucked her
fish.
yesterday.
Reminds me of like that time that like
Why do I feel like things are just going to get even more crazy?
this is gonna you know
You
It's
know
in
what's going to
VX
be
now.
really interesting?
what?
If by some miracle fucking techno music becomes like the hot new thing in 20
Probably
years.
will.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like we've been getting more synthwave and stuff, and we had the whole like
Dubstep
dubstep
era.
thing in the
Yeah.
early 2010s. Like it's kind of going through those electronic phases.
Yeah.
They're just
I mean,
sampling
hey, if
different
it happens, that'll
electronic
be great.
Yeah.
Eh,
I mean, techno music's pretty good.
it's alright.
You know what? No. I think what's going to be really popular in the next 20 years is the Tomodachi Life music.
The what?
What?
You guys don't remember Tomodachi Life, released by Nintendo, about Mii's being put on a fucking island.
Vaguely familiar. Is that like the
Vaguely.
Nintendogs era, sort of?
Yeah, it's around that time. It's around the time of
Ah.
3DS, so yeah.
Gotcha.
Did it come
Yeah, I
to
had a Game Boy
Switch,
Advance
or is
SP.
it still just
Good.
on 3DS?
It's still just on 3DS. It's never got to Switch.
Damn.
I have the perfect idea for the next podcast.
We
But-
talk about video
Well,
games.
I will be interested to hear it.
I'm not gonna say it until this is over, so that like, yeah, continuity. No, I'm kidding. I was just zoned out. Like,
Continuity. There's lore. Oh my
What?
god! Everybody,
Lord.
go on Reddit. Spread rumors. Go.
has any of you guys been like, So actually, hold on. Who here doesn't own a vehicle?
Me.
I don't, technically.
Doesn't.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, my car did stupid recently, and I started riding my bike everywhere. Has that ever happened to you guys before?
Oh yeah, recently, like last week,
Dude, little twin, let's go, dude, Philip.
blew my whole cooling system.
I mean, I don't see what you guys' like problems is with like just if you really need it, just always use your bike. Just
I live in the
you don't need a
mountains, dude.
car. Cars are overrated.
It is difficult getting places on a bike in the mountains.
in the mountains. Dude,
Nah.
like, imagine.
Yeah.
Nah, just get a mountain bike.
I have a mountain bike, but you bomb down a big hill, and then you got to slam on your brakes for a hairpin turn, and then you got to climb up a big hill, like a stairway to heaven.
All right. Then here's what you do: you tame a mountain lion.
Or bobcat, or whatever we have out here.
Yeah, just tame one of those.
You know, I have heard that no matter what size wildcat you're trying to catch, it still works to leave a big cardboard box out in the open.
Dang,
I haven't tried it,
put a
but
stick in it.
yeah,
Put a
if
stick
you
on
ever,
there, and then
want to catch a
the,
lynx or a bobcat, just, big old box.
just put handcuffs around its neck. You got it, bro.
Ooh, kinky.
You
Handcuffing cats makes me ooh woo.
Whoa, hold on. Hold on a minute.
Whoa.
Wait.
Hold
Hold on.
You too, man? Like, oh my god.
I'm gonna get
Hold
bonked
up.
with a no horny stick any minute.
Okay, let me just get some popcorn. Just kidding. Freaking dude. What? Think
Yeah,
about
let me get some popcorn for your cancellation on Twitter from all the furries.
this. Yeah, dude.
We're gonna call you a zoophile.
I just put kernels, like boof some kernels and then twerk until they pop.
Yo.
Be a man.
Dude, that's
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
What the fuck are
Oh
you
Wait,
on
my
about?
God.
wait, what?
dude.
What the hell are you on about?
Yeah, eat the kernels backwards.
He's crumbs
Start
back,
shaking it.
dude. Come on, that's like life advice, like right here, bro.
Bake them
Free.
kernels
For free? Like, the advice for what?
for free.
My brain and my body are not in agreement. My brain says to fall asleep, but my body is running on energy drinks. So,
Dude. That's wacko.
Cocaine.
Why didn't you just sleep?
Pretty soon it's just gonna be. It's just gonna be. I don't feel so good, and then you're just gonna.
Look, sleep is for the weekend. It is the weekend.
good.
Dude. Okay, guys.
Like,
Dude,
man,
sleep.
I don't
Nothing
feel
about
so
sleep.
good. Like Scoob, I don't feel so good. Ah.
Stark. Stark. Stark, what do we do? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna
No, I
disgrace
can
Stark.
save the
Like
boy.
Mr.
I'm
Stark.
turning into
Why
Thanos'.
did you kill Thanos?
Like, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good, man.
Wasn't Scoob. I don't think we're gonna be doing this.
Like Mr. Stark, you could have killed Thanos. Why didn't you? Why did you just let the Spider-Man man die?
Oh, geez, Scoob. Like, I don't feel so good. Ricky.
Oh my god.
Ruh-roh.
Well, Morty,
Oh, yeah.
Morty, you need to stop trying to be like Shaggy Morty.
I'll be back.
Hey,
You'll never be like Shaggy Morty.
well, there goes the life of the party. Now we're all boring.
Aw.
How are we all boring now? If anything,
I
I'm the
don't
life
know.
of the party.
So-so.
If anything, as Neko has said before, I am the energy of this group.
I mean,
I don't know. Your Echo's looking like your replacement, man.
I don't know about that one. I wouldn't be too sure.
Alright. I'm still busy drawing this thing. So hey, how about you get into your thing, Echo?
So, I don't know if you guys have seen in the news, but recently, California decided to ban all non-electric cars or cars with emissions by 2035. And obviously, it's not like you can't own one, but they're not allowed to sell new ones in California. So, ramifications, of course, is that a lot of states' laws are tied to California's environmental laws, namely Virginia, which is weird because we're across the country from California. But last administration for Virginia, we had all Democrats, and they were in California's Democrat mecca. So they were like, "Hey, let's just do whatever they do," and now they've decided to get rid of gas cars in the next decade. So before then, they're pushing for 35% electric by 2026 and 68% electric by 2030. So far, they're being sued by the attorneys general in 17 states in the U.S. Court of Appeals, and basically trying to get rid of the waiver from the 70s that allows California to make these laws, superseding the federal EPA regulations.
The federal
So-
EPA regulations, yes. Very
So the
good.
problem with that is currently in California, they're having a heat wave and they're asking people to turn off non-essential electronics because just cooling people's houses is overloading the power grid. So we
Takes
really
a
don't
lot of
have
energy.
infrastructure.
Okay.
And colder climates don't play nice with electric cars because lithium batteries. And how do you
Lithium.
dispose of lithium batteries, in an environmentally healthy way? And where do you get the power?
You can't. It's impossible.
Exactly.
It's not a thing that just happens.
Yeah, it kind of
mean, that's-
sounds like California's just digging its grave.
yeah.
That's
pretty
kind
much.
of the cash in checks that you can't like. It's great to be conscientious about your environment, but when it comes to the point at your own expense, to the point where you can't even function, that's a problem.
Like seems like
Indeed.
good motivation, but nobody did the math or something. You know.
And maybe they
Oh
just
wait, we need energy? Shit.
Wait, really? We need.
And you would think, like, hey, just plant some nuclear reactors here and there, and we're good. We have huge energy surplus like tomorrow.
Well,
We're not
then
gonna
at
run out of
that point, then
uranium.
you're being contradictory as well, because at that point, you might as well just say, fuck the environment.
Yeah, but like nuclear is not that bad environmentally compared to other forms of power. It's
Well,
just
yeah.
that people aren't
In
comfortable with it.
comparison to just straight up burning fossil fuels, yeah.
Yeah, and they are on a
And
fault
here-
line, so it's like, where do you build the nukes? It's not going to get taken out by an earthquake or a fire.
Right. Yeah, I still think that.
Dude, that's cool.
I
I
like it.
feel like we need to figure out how to just get either fission or fusion energy working.
We're working on fusion. You know, California actually also had a breakthrough with, laser, which is, what was it? Light amplification by
Stimulated
stimulated
rays.
emission of radiation.
Yep.
Yeah, where they basically why does it say okay? Yeah, so they heated up plasma with a laser, and that allowed ignition for a fusion reaction. Now this means a lot because this means we don't have to use as much compressive force with our
Magnets
and yeah.
to get the fusion reaction. The problem is that we still need a way. If anything, I think we would just need a way to still be able to contain it.
The problem with it is so we can't get bigger. How do I say it? So the sun, what does the sun have that we don't? It has size, and its large size allows it to compress, and because of its massive gravity and compression, it requires less heat to actually create that reaction. However, we can get hotter than the sun, and the problem with that is our method of compression gets overheated by our intense heat. So we do need to find a way to overcome that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of thorium nuclear power instead of uranium?
Oh yeah, I've heard of that, and like I heard that they had like one mistake, and now everyone's like fucking scared of it. But yeah, I'm all for it.
Like they made one in India, and it's produces shitloads of power, and like we could probably make 10 of them and power our whole country. But again, it's like you say nuclear, and everybody loses their minds.
Well, yeah, I mean, so and after what happened in what was it, 1979, or was it 1978? In March it was TMI Island, and like people started freaking out because they weren't well informed, and in fact, the people that were reporting upon it themselves were not well informed. So it was just a bunch of hearsay and people getting confused, and that eventually led to people being like, hey, I don't support nuclear power anymore because it's just too damn scary. And then Chernobyl happened in 1984, and everybody lost their goddamn mind over it, and they're like, okay, we don't want nuclear fission reactors anymore because they can always go critical and fuck our shit up. So
that's the thing, like most of them can't. It's just the one they were using in Chernobyl was designed very cheaply, and they took a lot of shortcuts that no other country.
It didn't have a lot of safety features, and the ones that they did had, they disabled them.
Yeah, well, and some of their safety features, the way they built them, would actually just detonate the whole plant under certain conditions, which is what ended up happening because they hit the emergency shutoff, and it basically just threw all the control rods into the reactor, and that just sent the reactor through the roof.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid.
Because they had like graphite buildup on the bottom,
Yeah, they had graphite. They had graphite tipped control rods. So instead of actually ending the reaction, what it did was sped it up because that's kind of how fission works.
Talking about ending the reaction, maybe we should end the podcast. No, I'm just kidding. We've been here going for an hour, 13, 14 minutes. I gotta go, but you guys can hang out for a while. See you guys.
All right.
All right, see
All
ya.
right.
Thanks for hanging out, Sam.
You
That's
have a good rest of this recording, and
Yeah,
And
fair
it's
enough.
gone.
He fucking just died.
Well, I'm sorry, Sam. Can you speak up?
Mr. Corey, I don't feel so good.
Sam?
I think he's been Thanos snapped. Thoroughly.
Yeah. He didn't feel so good. Isn't it funny that it's like 2 years later and we're still telling Thanos jokes?
Can you imagine
Yes.
like
It's
getting
hilarious.
snapped? Imagine getting like dusted and your fucking cleaning lady just nonchalantly goes by with her earbuds in, like, it's okay, I clean. Just sucks you right up.
Just like quick Consuela from Family
Yeah.
Guy. No, I no go away. Have
Oh,
clean
yeah,
up
fuera.
dust that you made.
No.
No, I stay.
I clean.
I clean.
All right, so.
All right, I
since-
guess we're gonna have to skip Gibbs' topic and go on to mine.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so we already know my topic is narration in video games. All right. So what exactly I mean by this is like, how often do you think like narration in video games should be used? Like, is it even necessary?
Well, definitely needs to like support the action and not supersede it. Because like I don't know if you ever played Metal Gear Solid, but it's basically like you're watching a movie, and then every so often you have to like sit up and hit a button, like it's Netflix or something. It's like, damn it, I want to shoot people. They're just talking and talking and reading and reading.
I mean, I guess it depends on the form of narration, because some games do well with more or less like text-based, which allows you to kind of create your own voices for certain characters.
hmm
But more emotional or like dynamic kinds of games that use vocal narration, that's pretty much their saving grace, is that they don't rely on just, letting the player sit there and read like 100 lines of dialogue, but instead it's spoken.
Right.
Like,
And
for
then, I
example,
guess on
Stanley
the
Parable.
topic of kind of that, what about in the case of like the Stanley Parable?
I was just about to say, in the case of Stanley Parable, it works better to have vocal because you're constantly, well, not constantly, but you're moving a lot in, the game. So unless it's like for a meta joke or something like that, having you stop every 2 seconds to read instead of your main focus being on the gameplay is
Right. But as we know, within the Stanley Parable, you have to stop every 2 seconds to just sit there and wait for the narrator to go on his long-winded speech about the narration, the comedy of narration of video games.
Well, it's
Yeah.
it's like DDR with music. Like Stanley Parable's sort of about the narration primarily.
Right.
yeah.
It's not necessarily about it's not necessarily about the gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
But-
yeah.
Which, Echo, I have a question. Have you actually like played like the Ultra Deluxe version of Stanley Parable?
I've watched playthroughs of it. I haven't played it myself.
You should. It's pretty fun. There's many different endings to it that are actually one of them is literally an ending that was a glitch in the original.
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Honestly, I think my favorite kind of narration in games is where it's just more plot driven. Like you get the story from other characters' dialogue. There isn't just like some disembodied voice just telling you what's going on. Like, like Ace Combat, for example. You got people over the radio yelling at you and stuff, and so
Yeah.
stuff's
Or
developing.
like just Star Fox.
Yeah, Star Fox, or any of those really, or like Mass Effect. Even like the other characters will just give you the story organically, and it's more
Mhm.
immersive that way, I think.
I
Yeah.
think that's pretty good. What about you, Corey? What do you think?
Yeah, so I would have to agree with Echo here because it's like when someone's narrating, it's fine because it can be like they're telling a story. Like game I've been playing a lot recently because I'm fucking ancient Fable. So that game, it has this person narrating through specific parts, right? So instead of being like all of the time, it's kind of like, hey, this is what happened, and then you play out the results of what happened, and then it overviews what happened. So it's basically, instead of the story being progressed by a narrative force, it's more being iterated by a narrator. So you're able to experience the story and have it be told to you. I don't know. I find it kind of cool because I listen to audiobooks. I like stories.
Right.
So whenever people read stories to me, I fall asleep like a fucking baby because I love stories. But because you'll catch me with like in my pack, I'll have like 5 books.
True.
So
Yeah, I get you.
it is true. I do carry a lot of
I
books
guess on
on
the
me.
topic of a narrative force, would the player itself technically be one?
It could, depending
I
on the
mean,
game.
it could be. Because like when a player talks, is it considered a narrative force? Because it would technically be first person, whereas if it were told to you organically, it'd be second person, and then third person is what's typically oriented with narration.
Yeah.
But if it were like someone telling a story of what they experienced, that would be in the third person.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I don't like is when your character is just mute for the whole game and everybody just sort of works around it. Like they're all telling you to do stuff and you're just kind of silently going along with it. It's like, could you not have hired one more voice actor?
I mean, that it's not always about that because, like, let's take Portal for example. Your protagonist in that game is constantly silent the entire fucking game, right?
Yeah.
But there's a pretty good reason, and so that way you're not having a constant back and forth between player and GLaDOS. Because let's be honest, if any normal non-mute person would just be like, "Fuck you, GLaDOS," and just like be a fucking bitch.
That's true.
Right.
And like a lot of games, it's for like player self-insertion. Like the Far Cry games, for example, or at least the later ones, you can customize your character, and so you might be male or female or a different race or whatever. And so if they just have like some white guy voicing it, it wouldn't fit. But I feel like they could just have like 3 or 4 different actors record the same lines, and it's close
That is
enough.
true.
Yeah.
I think the most jarring thing when it comes to like a silent protagonist is in the case of Jump Force. Your character is entirely silent for the entire thing, except for just random head nod for like small little head nods that are supposed to be, they're clearly meant to be for like your character saying something, but there's just no dialogue.
No grunts, no nothing.
No, nothing. It's just
Just
you just slightly nod your head, like. Mm-hmm.
you get hit by a Kamehameha wave or Kamehameha, I guess, and then it's just like
Well, okay, so
nothing.
anytime you're fighting, then you have a voice, you have grunts, but whenever there's like actual dialogue going on within like a cutscene, you're never talking.
Well, okay.
And
It's weird.
like if you quote unquote are talking to a specific character, say for example, there's a mission where you talk to fucking Deku from fucking My Hero Academia. You just kind of like slightly nod your head as if you were talking from like if you're a fucking Minecraft machinima.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
it's just text, so you're just slightly moving your head up and down, but your mouth's not moving. There are no words being spoken, and Midoriya's just like, "Oh yeah, I understand completely what you're saying."
Well, okay.
The other thing I hate about that is like especially in Call of Duty games, but a lot of war games, when your character is supposed to be like the guy in charge, like you're the squad leader or whatever, and the whole time you got other people in your squad telling you, "Hey, now put a charge on the door. Now point that way. Now walk over here." And it's like, wouldn't it have been so much easier to make your character a random boot PFC, and then it would make sense to be led around by the hand by all the NPCs.
Yeah.
like you need to do in a game. You know,
Now that you've been promoted to sergeant, here's your private. They're
yeah, it just
going to
feels
teach you
weird.
the ropes.
It's like, wait, why am I in charge? You know, and because then by the end of the game, all your NPCs could die off, and then you would be in charge, just by succession. Now you know how to play and where to go.
But even on the topic of like silent,
Eventually, you would be in charge.
Yeah.
Be a fucking master sergeant by the end of it.
They give you a combat commission and whatever.
Wait, they still do those?
Yeah, but rarely, because like we don't have the attrition rates we used to, so it would rarely be necessary. Like nowadays, we can just fly another officer out there. But I mean, yeah, if you do some Audie Murphy shit, yeah, you probably get commission. My granddad was a master sergeant in the Air Force. They were trying to give him a commission, and he told him to go fuck themselves because he hated officers.
I work for a living. Don't call me a sir.
Exactly.
Oh,
It's like, man, I got an 8 in my
I
rank.
love
I wanna
that
go for one.
response. I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
Why? Why do you hear it all the time?
Because people like don't like to. It's ingrained in people that like. Have you heard like the second lieutenant land nav jokes or anything?
No, I'm not in the military. Why would I have heard any of those?
But I mean, fair enough. So basically, the running joke is that there are no homos veterans. There's just the second lieutenants that got lost on land nav and don't know where the fuck they are.
Basically.
But
Like, so true story about
it's
that.
more of an
True story. We did a night raid one time, and we had one boot lieutenant in charge of the whole thing. And so everybody has their night vision down. Lieutenant doesn't. He brought a like 4-figure thermal camera from home because he's going to sneak through the woods like the predator and look for heat signatures. And so he's nods up at night in
Awesome.
the rain, trying to turn this thing on, hitting every button. And he's like, "It's weird. It looks like it's on. It's just black screen." I have my nods on 5 feet away. I'm watching this guy fuck with a camera that still has the lens cap on for like 5 minutes. And I'm like, "Oh, should I help him?" No, it's way more fun this way. And finally, I'm like, "Hey, sir, is there like a lens cap on that?" And he's like, "Oh shit, killer, you're a genius." And he takes the lens cap off. So
was
we
that
get out
our
in the woods.
bad?
Yeah, of course. He's so cute. He's like dude's like 21. He's just like a big old doggo. Doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground, but he tries really hard. So we get out there. By the way, we're assaulting first platoon. We're second platoon. I'm in the back of the circle or whatever, like my position is. So I've been staring at these guys for 2 days. They're like 100 yards from our position. We can see them moving around at night. So they're right there. So we go the opposite direction, get on the road, and walk like hundreds of yards down the road. And I'm thinking, well, aren't they back there though? So this guy
We also
is,
didn't call it in.
yeah, this guy's panning through the woods with his thermal camera. Can't get shit because trees and rain and everything else. And everybody's like under tarps. So like, yeah, there's no heat signatures out there. And so for the longest time, we're facing the wrong direction. We're like holding security into the empty woods, and the enemy camp is still behind us where they were for 2 days. And then after like an hour of this, they're like, "All right, everybody, I think it's this way. Let's turn around and walk into the woods." And so we walk into the woods forever through thistles and thorns and then start shooting. And at a certain point, we hear the M240 go off in like a different county because we'd sent that around on a flanking route, but he went the absolutely wrong direction. Guess we pointed him that way and found some like bunch of army buildings that with no people in them and just started shooting at them. So he's on like a different range entirely.
Yes,
Oh,
this
great.
sounds like us.
Yeah, and then it turns out the LT didn't even call in advance to make sure that like the range was hot and that we were actually doing shit. And so we had actually indexed hours ago. And so the captain gets out of his sleeping bag and yells at the LT like, "Hey, we're cold right now. What the fuck are you doing? Go back to bed." Like they're racked out. They got one guy on fire watch. Yeah.
Like, so we were trying to teach them like a lesson or something because like we were setting up all around security like 50% for like 2 nights, and it was just like fuck, dude. And then first platoon was being cush and just like had one dude on fire watching the what was it, survivability thing.
Yeah, like they were dug in, but they were just sleeping in there. They had like one guy walking around for safety reasons. But like, we're not doing shit, so go to sleep. That's how it works in first. And second, it's like, hey, I know we're not doing shit, but stay awake anyway. And in fact, dig more. Oh, it's raining. Dig a rain sump.
Dig alternate positions.
Yeah, dig irrigation canals, and then the next morning we're filling in and leaving.
Perform engineer reconnaissance with NVGs.
Yeah, that was the one where we built the bunker and we were gonna blow it up, and we never blew it up. Like we took it apart and we were gonna take it to First Sergeant's house or something, and then turns out there's a rule against doing that. So then we had to take it back and put it in the HTC somewhere, and it probably got turned to firewood years ago. I haven't seen it. But
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
I have a new topic or a new question for this topic. What do you think a second person game would look like? Like a game entirely written in second person.
So you're controlling the other guy.
Hmm.
So actually, there is a game like that. Now that I think about it, you ever play Real Flight?
No.
No.
It's a RC simulator. I think there's Real Race and other stuff for like RC cars, but I did the airplane one when I was a kid, and you're literally just standing on the ground, flying an RC vehicle around. And so it's weird because when it's coming towards you, all your controls are backwards, and so you're trying to like tilt the stick the opposite way to level the wings and stuff. It takes some getting used to. But I guess that's second person in a way.
Ruse. It's a game I used to play many years ago. So basically, it was like a combat strategy game, like chess, but fucking video game and with a twist. But the way it would work is you'd have a story be told to you, but it wouldn't be like narrated. It would be like you were there for these events, kind of like a movie.
Yeah.
So I assume that's what it'd be like for kind of like a second person, is because you're hearing this from alternative characters, and like even the new Ace Combat game, well, new being relative, but the one where you're like a prisoner or whatever, and then you're put on like parole to fly around or whatever. I don't know the specifics behind it, but you're still a prisoner, but you're flying a plane. I don't get it. But you play the game and people talk about you, but they never talk to you. And it's like, yeah, I don't even know who the fuck I am.
Which
Like,
game?
what's going on?
What about you, Neko? What do you think?
Honestly, I mean, I came up with an idea that could be second person, maybe. I told it to Corey at one point, because he asked me to come up with a game idea in 30 seconds. But basically the entire premise is that it's a horror game, basically, a psychological horror, where you are the only one that can see like the horrifying things or whatever. Like, you as the player are the only one that can see like the scary shit. So
not even any of the characters there, just the player.
Which, character tries to interact with, what you perceive as being something scary, and they're just like, oh, it's a cupboard, or some stupid shit like that.
That'd be interesting.
And
second.
It's like some what was it? It? Have you ever watched the old It?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the old one, but I saw the new one.
No, okay. Who's seen the old one?
Me.
All right. Yeah. So there's this point where like in part 2, the adults see Pennywise, and no one else sees him, and like balloons blow up in their face, and they're full of blood and stuff. It's just like it's funny, first of all, because when the balloons blow up in their face, you can see like the actors react to it. So like you're like, they're just flinching from thin air. What's going on here?
Yeah.
But like Pennywise is telling jokes out in public and stuff, and they're the only people that can see him. So
I always
kinda
really
like
liked
that.
Pennywise as a character. Like, he's not like Jason or Freddy, where they're just trying to kill people or whatever. Like, he's actually trying to troll people before he kills them.
Pretty
Like,
much.
Yeah, like it only counts if he can actually scare somebody. So he's just trying to ham it up and be as theatrical as possible. It's so funny. Also, he's a giant spider in real life, and he just shapeshifts into other stuff, which is funny because I feel like the giant spider would be way scarier.
Well,
But
apparently,
he turned into a clown.
in the book canon or something like that, he's a literal god, and like
Yeah,
every
he's
form
like
he
Cthulhu
takes
or something.
is every form he
Something
takes
that
is just a
so
shapeshift.
on the topic of the second person game thing. So I remember watching this YouTube video that had the idea of what it might be based off a certain mission within the game Driver San Francisco, in which there is a basic premise of the game. You're a fucking cop, you get put into a coma, and now you're in a comatose version of San Francisco. And you can jump into other people's bodies and whatnot. So basically in this specific mission, you are currently in the body of basically a grunt for a criminal organization that you're trying to basically stop. And what you have to do is you have to effectively chase yourself. You're controlling both technically the car that your camera is in, and the car directly in front of you.
Sounds a lot like Detroit Become Human. Kind of a spoiler, but like the chase scene for what's her face and what's his face, the police bot guy.
Yeah.
And the quote unquote mother of that one girl. But it's also a bot. I don't know.
Or like the ending of Super Hot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the ending.
You ever play Watch Dogs Legion?
No.
I played Watch
I
Dogs
never
1 and
did.
2.
I know Neko did.
No, I
Yeah,
played
it's
Watch
like you
Dogs
gotta
1 and 2.
recruit.
I haven't played Legion yet.
So Legion's like you got to recruit a bunch of people to your organization, and then you can sort of hop between them. But there's permadeath, so you're literally just converting NPCs into playable characters, and then trying to make it as far as you can with that character, and then you like hot swap to somebody else in the roster. It's kind of an interesting concept.
All right, is that all of our topics, or do we still have one more?
If Gib were here,
I think that's all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll do his next
Well, wait, hold on. Let's talk about why murder should be legal. I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, that one.
Well, I mean, I feel like, well, technically it is if you get away with it, but
yeah, it's only a crime if you get caught.
Action part.
You can never commit a crime unless you get caught.
Yeah.
Technically, murder is a legal definition more than an action, so it depends on how you define murder.
I define murder as killing someone.
Well, that'd be
Professor
homicide.
and the Madman clearly defines murder, but I don't remember exactly what it was. It's in the trunk of my car, and I'm lazy and fat, so
You're not
I don't want to go
fat.
get it.
You're just lazy.
I'll bet you have murder in the trunk of your car.
I have the Professor and the Madman in the trunk of my car. Therefore, I have the word murder in the trunk of my car.
Oh dear.
Damn.
All right, so I guess we're done for today then.
I believe so.
It would seem so.
All right, so for the outro, I was thinking that we all just start singing "Never Gonna Give You Up."
No. I was gonna do this. Sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh, you're not allowed. You're banned from being sponsored by anyone.
It's possible to learn this power, not from a Jedi,
real
which
quick.
is why I use Skillshare.
If
you ever wanted to learn how to do something out of the ordinary or interesting,
no, shut the fuck up. We are not sponsored by anyone.
Which are taught by instructors and have.
And I'm pretty sure if we were sponsored, Corey would have asked us for our PayPals or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah, probably. I was gonna say 1,000 subs, and then we can get the special gifts underway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
1 million subs, and I will make out with a cactus on camera.
Yeah, you know what?
1,000 subs, and 2 of the people that are currently talking to me know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like Subway subs, like chicken bacon ranch.
No, he's talking about YouTube subs.
Ah,
Who
like
do?
BDSM subs.
Well,
No.
so once you
He's
reach 1,000
clearly
subs on YouTube, not only does you can actually make money from the advertisements you get on your videos.
Yep. Well,
Otherwise,
actually, that and 100 hours of watch time within the past year, I think.
well, no,
Or
it's
wait,
just a
what was
total.
it?
It's a total of. Let me see, because I actually can just pull it up here. Not copyright monetization. 4,000 total hours.
total hours.
1,000 total hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right, but guess I better just start playing your getting all the trophies video on loop then, Harmless.
I mean, you theoretically could, because it's not me doing it. It's yeah.
Hypothetically, it is possible.
I mean, hypothetically, Corey could just release a 24-hour video of random shit, and I could just play that on loop for, I don't know, what's 24 divided by 4,000?
That's a good question.
It'd be like 24 by 4,000 be like 0.006 maybe, or my significant figure's probably wrong.
I'm trying to figure out how many days that would be.
Oh.
How many times I'd have to rewatch it.
What is 0.06?
How many hours do I have of watch time? Think about it. 1 second. I'm
Also,
gonna
4,000
tell
divided by-
everyone.
It's 4,000 divided by
24.
24,
It'd be
not
166 days and 16 hours.
yep.
Monetization.
How many
My
days?
public.
116 or 160. No.
166 days and
Yeah.
16 hours. So about half a year.
Damn, that's half a year. Yeah, Corey, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do that.
Yarp.
Well, actually, in
Yeah,
my
no,
case,
I think it resets all the time. So,
well, hold on.
or like every year or something.
Let me see.
Because it said that I have
It says
105 public
total,
watch
so
hours.
that means that there's a second statistic, meaning that there is actual, like, full on. There's probably monthly, yearly, and then all time watch
I
time.
did the math a while back, and my War Thunder playtime is around 3.5 months. My shit bucket is full.
I think it should be a lot higher than that.
Rookie numbers.
I think you have a problem.
I'm pale. I haven't seen a female in since 2012.
I call bullshit because there are females in the military.
Not on War Thunder.
So 58 days is how long you'd have to watch my content before I'd be able to check that off.
Also, bro, I'm a combat engineer. I've only ever seen one female engineer, and they made her be an MCT instructor because I guess she didn't do very good at her job.
Oof.
So,
Well, as we all know, women.
whamming.
Canceled.
You know why Helen Keller
That'd be
couldn't drive?
funny. What if I just
Hold on.
ended the recording right now?
Yeah, you just did, didn't you?
Plonk.
Well,
be
when
even
you
funnier?
said, yeah, you just did, didn't you? That's when I decided to do it. So.
You
Yeah,
know,
I
it'd be
figured as
even
much.
funnier.